Entertaining people is a tough job, and if you are able to bring a smile on the face of your audience, then you have reached your best. Hello, guys, and welcome to yet another episode of the Entrepreneur Talks. In this world where negativity creeps in and strangles our happiness, we have few people who work tirelessly day and night to bring happiness into our lives with some laughter and joy. Today, we have with us the co-founder of the Comedy Factory, Mrs. Vidya Desai. So, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get going. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Talks. It is glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So, my first question to you is, how did you come up with the idea of the Comedy Factory?
So it was not planned, frankly speaking. So basically, Manan Desai and I met when we were radio jockeys in a radio station, and that's how we met. And we were more friends, and then eventually when we got married, so it happened that we just sat down and wrote down things that we want to do in life. So in one of that list, Manan had that he wanted to do a stand-up comedy show for stranger. So I was like, why are we waiting for that? Let's do it now. I'll make a stage for you. I'll prepare a room for you. We'll do a show. So that was in 2011 August, and a capacity of 50-seater show was planned, wherein 60 people had come, and it was a wonderful first show. It was meant to be just one show, but it was such an overwhelming experience and response from the audience that everybody insisted, the ones who had come there, that you should keep doing this often, and because Gujarat needs that entertainment field. So since then, and today is 2020, we are entering the 9th year. So that's the idea that came this long.
So, I have heard this from a lot of people that in the current generation, what people demand is, more of a commercial flick and an innovative touch to it. So there is always a conflict there. So how do you maintain or try to strike a balance between the two? Kind of getting into the innovative field as well, and for fulfilling the demand of the audience as well.
So, since the beginning of YouTube channel of the Comedy Factory, we have been doing a lot of trying and testing of the content, because obviously the Comedy Factory was the first of few who started doing Gujarati comedy on YouTube channel. So obviously there was no thing that or research that we could actually follow. So initially what we used to do is that we just used to make content that we wanted to make. What made us more happy as an artist or content creators. So we started working and making more such videos which were fun, and eventually and gradually with all the comment sections, with all the reviews coming in, we started analyzing that what the audience wants, and definitely we took all of those suggestions and comments seriously. We still take such comments seriously, and we work upon it. So there is a lot of things that we keep in mind while writing scripts also, and also performing. Obviously when on stage or on at shoot sessions, so it happens that it's a lot of impromptu also, it comes within. So but all these things, there is a balance wherein what we want to give and what audience wants. So there is a fine balance between that the creators in the Comedy Factory team has got the knack of. We are still working on it. Few videos go amazing, it's right on the chord, and few we are still experimenting. There are few people like this, ye acha tha, ye nahi acha tha. We just don't want to give a very layman content, or we don't even want to stoop down to any this thing, but we want to also give an intellectual content wherein people enjoy and think, and हाँ यार ये भी हो सकता है, that kind of content, and what people actually relate to. So that is a fine balance that we have figured out.
So far you have done a commendable job, I must say, between creating an innovative content as well as the mass content together. So that is really commendable. So revenue generation is one of the key aspects in content creation. And so what is the idea behind selecting a deal? So what are the 3 important things that you look upon while you select a deal from a given lot?
So keeping in mind, so the Comedy Factory is into various verticals. Keeping in mind, one, the popular one is the YouTube channel that we are doing. One is the live comedy shows that we do in the auditoriums across Gujarat. The other one is we, perform at, private and corporate shows and all. So keeping the revenue part in mind, usually it is more of because YouTube, that in India it's still at a stage wherein content creation and everything is there, but unless and until there is a investor or a brand integration happening, there's a not there is less scope of revenue generation, but not many brands are so much open for investing into comedy sector, and especially into Gujarat. So we are still working on that, but we are self-sustaining right now, working on the projects that we are liking it. So though we don't wait for brands to approach, or we don't go ahead and go towards the brands, though this year 2020 we are focusing on maybe reaching out to such brands wherein they might be interested in investing in the Comedy Factory's videos, or wherein we can do a lot of brand integrations. So that scope is still there. We are working on that on 2020.
So, what were the key decisions that you took when you started with the Comedy Factory? What were the 3 important decisions that you took, the top 3, which gained momentum for your company and helped reach the stage where you are at today?
Right. So I think first 2 to 3 years of the Comedy Factory we were doing very passively, keeping in mind गुजरात में entertainment इतना था नहीं, और directly plunging into and making it a full-time career was a risk at that time. So we were also working, having our own respective careers, radio jockey, and I was also working. So, but parallelly every month we used to keep doing shows. So I think one of the key, thing that we stick to during that tough times was consistency. Like we were so consistent in producing shows in Ahmedabad, Baroda, and eventually we started doing in Surat. So we had decided that every month we have to do one show in Ahmedabad and Baroda. 10 लोग आए, 15 लोग आए, या फिर 100 लोग आए. So we have to do this so that people get into that rut of or routine that there is a comedy show happening in your city. So that consistency helped us a lot, keep building that audience base across. So we started with 50 seaters, then we went to 150 seater, then we started doing 300 seater, and then we started doing CC Mehta wherein it was like 500 seater. Now we do Pandit Deen Dayal Ajwa, which is a 1000 seater. So eventually we came across, and I think one of the major thing that was consistency. And obviously I think second part would be that we never gave up, keeping in mind that we are still self-funded. We used to draw salary and we had to put that money here. So there was a proper routine for nearly 4 to 5 years, wherein we used to work and parallelly self-fund our own company so that we keep doing the shows. So I think that was there has been a lot of time that there's like major loss. It's like but still we wanted to keep doing this, and we never had that thing that यार ये कहाँ हम लोग आ गए और ये क्या किया हम लोग ने. There was no regret.
So there are 2 ends to every spectrum, and in this case there is viral videos and one video which is not much viewed, or at a lesser viewed videos.
Right.
So how do you cope with this individually? I mean, how do you react to when people, you are overwhelmed when people give much love to the video content, and there is one section which does not like it? Or
so I think whenever we upload any videos on the Comedy Factory YouTube channel, obviously there is a lot of work behind that. There is a whole team that is working from pre-production, writing, scripting, and editing, background score. So everybody has given their 110%. They give equally same dedication to each and every video. But we always hope that this is a very good content. more than so we don't use the word viral in our team. We don't want to go viral. We want our content to be viewed and enjoyed more than being viral. So there is no focus or bifurcation of we want to get this as a viral video, and so lesser views hota hai. So there is obviously there is a there is a little disappointment कि हाँ यार ये तो काफ़ी अच्छा किया था हम लोगों ने पर व्यूज़ नहीं आए. एंड वी सिट एंड एनालाइज द वीडियो आफ्टर अ वीक दैट व्हाई दिस वीडियो डिडंट पिक अप दैट वेल, या फिर इसमें क्या लोगों को अच्छा नहीं लगा.
How important is the aspect of leadership in a media and entertainment company like the Comedy Factory?
I think it is very much prominent. Obviously, because it's a creative field, everybody comes with a mindset of let's have fun. So that mindset is there in each and every one, the artist or anyone who is involved creatively. There's a lot of managerial and admin jobs also, but the whole culture in the office or culture in the whole team is so casual and fun that many times it's not more of a corporate kind of a thing, but obviously there has to be a leadership. There has to be someone who leads the whole team. Only then it goes towards a specific direction. So I think that part has to be nicely divided between myself and Manan, wherein he takes or he leads the programming part of the Comedy Factory, and I lead the managerial part of the Comedy Factory. We are still learning because we are from a creative background, and leadership or managerial skills are not inbuilt, but we are working on it.
Given that every aspect in the company is very much essential, and decision making especially, because one bad decision and your audience goes away. So how important is it to take a decision, and what are the key aspects that you consider while taking a decision, and if anything goes wrong, how do you deal with it?
I think something that went wrong in the whole decision making, I think, would be when we were in a very infant stage. We used to do a lot of public shows. We did comedy festival and few very prominent stand-up comedians show in Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, and the days we selected were festivals, keeping in mind that people are free or people would love to enjoy comedy during those days, but we were wrong. So we have faced few losses, and we have realized that fact that people don't want to go out maybe on specific holidays. They want to be with their families and all. So I think we have learned from all those mistakes, and we analyze, and we have decided that we should not rather do in those days or festival days where people want to be with their family. So we have just stopped doing festival shows, or we are very much particular when we decide on the show dates, so that we don't we don't go into losses. So I think decision making has now become more conscious, even more conscious, because now we know that what will work with our audience and what will not work with our audience.
Sometimes any decision that you take, sometimes it demotivates you. So has that ever happened to you in some way?
In our case, if so there is a very fine balance between me and Manan, wherein if I'm demotivated, he will charge me up. He will convince me to the core that this is an amazing thing, nothing will happen. And similarly, if Manan is not confident about something, I will make sure to boost him up so well that at the end the content comes out or the show goes really well. So there is a fine balance there. So we are the boosting factor for each other. So till now, touch wood, it has worked really well and in our favor, and I think we'll keep doing that.
So how difficult it is to be a female talent manager and deal with the other event managers while booking a show or doing something like that? How difficult it is for you?
I think it's not difficult. It's a fun profile. But if you are focusing on me being a female talent manager, then it many times it happens that I'm very tough, blunt, and upfront in negotiations and stuff. Because obviously my profile is more of management and more of managing the artist, comedians, and getting the best deals for them. So one has to have that nature wherein I am very stern with what decisions or negotiations I make. So that definitely happens wherein the event managers or the brands or the corporates directly get in touch with me, and it's little difficult for them to negotiate because हाँ गुजरात में ये बहुत सबको आदत है कि हमको बार्टर करने में बहुत मज़ा आता है, पर आर्टिस्ट बार्टर में घर नहीं चला सकता. So I'm very stern with that. This is the best part about being a female in this profession, wherein that's the reason I want more girls coming into this profession. It's a hardcore thing wherein just plunge in and ask for what you want, and it's fun, and I think there is more scope in talent management and management as whole, because we girls have this wonderful power of multitasking. We do a lot of stuff all together. So I think that's the best thing, and as a woman entrepreneur, I would like to tell all the girls around that we have that power, why not explore it.
So, what advice would you like to give to the budding content creators and entrepreneurs of the coming generation?
I think with all the content creators, they are the content creators currently who are working, and the influencers who are creating content. They are very good. They are very impressive. They are working really hard. But across that, we have seen is that consistency matters. Because content creations में कई बार motivation की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है. Revenues are not that fast, but we need motivation. So just be consistent with what you are doing, and I think that will help you create that content over a period of time, and you will be seen or heard. So I think consistency is the key for every content creators.
Thank you once again for coming to the Entrepreneur Talks and sharing your precious time with us.
Thank you
It has been a wonderful conversation, and I hope the audience loves whatever you said
Right.
and learn from it.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you so
hope
much.
so. I hope too.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.